We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tận thịnh, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh, tinh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã mùng, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đắc lạc, tất chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sananto Suchedo Ye Olahudi Samyao Son Puto Xie. Nam mô Tát Đắc Tha Toya Daja Alahade Tamil Tambo Da Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma, 100,000 million aeons, is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual principles. Wu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa bai jian wan jie nan zao yu, wo jin jian wen de shou qi, yuan jie ru lai zhe shi yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Jingliang, Great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good knowing advisors of Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨、精良大师、师父上人、各位居家人、各位善知识、弥陀佛。Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư và Thượng Tiến Hóa, quý thầy cô và các vị thiện tri thức A Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 17th of September 2023. We're here at World Forest to continue discussing the first chapter of the Avatamsaka Sutra. Thank you all for joining us. We are right now on slide 297. It's the verse uttered by the celestial king in the second dhyana heavens. So he's giving us some insights. His insights into the world, the superior and inconceivable world of the Buddhas. Okay, text. Sustained by awesome strength, he can discuss and manifest incidents involving the Buddha's spiritual powers.
威力所持能演说，极现诸佛神通事。
Okay, this refers to the next celestial king, what he's able to do. He says, sustained by awesome strength. He can discuss. Okay? You see, in order to discuss these matters, that will follow the next verse, it requires the Buddha's strength. Okay, we take a lot of things for granted that we don't realize that in order to have the insights, have the wisdom, or take on great undertakings, it takes a lot of strength. So in order to discuss the next verse, things involved in the next verse, he needs to have the assistance, the aid of the Buddhas. That's what refers to awesome strength, sustained by awesome strength. Only the Buddhas would have the awesome strength to assist this Mahasattva in this undertaking. Doing what? He can discuss and manifest. Unfortunately, the translation is kind of weird. And manifest all the Buddha's spiritual powers, all the manifestations of the Buddha's, the spiritual powers. Okay? So you see, discussing is easy, still relatively easy, but manifesting is actually either what's manifesting? The Buddha's spiritual powers. What does it mean? Whatever the Buddha used in terms of spiritual powers, he would manifest them. What does it mean, manifest those the Buddha's spiritual powers? What do you think it is? To manifest someone else's spiritual powers. You have no ideas? It's like mirrors? Miracles. Yes, miracles. Yeah, Shen miracles. Yeah. Okay. What does it take to manifest some miracles? Some of the incredible feats the Buddhas do or accomplished in the past already. See, we're talking about something that happened already. It's not something in the future. He says, looking back at all the things the Buddhas have done for living beings, it is inconceivable things they accomplished. He manifests them. How does he manifest those spiritual, these incredible feats, these miraculous things that Buddhas did? It's like a projector. He projects it on your screen, right? Your screen, her screen, her glasses, so that you can see. It's like a Google Glass. Is there a Google Glass anymore? My technology is kind of outdated. Okay, it's outdated. So what is it now? Apple Glass? Sorry? Vision Pro. Okay, whatever. So it's like to be able to project it on your mind screens. Remember, there's no a drive-in screen where you can project and everyone can look at it. No, it's like whoever that you want to manifest, like a big assembly here can manifest somewhere, or people all over. Okay, all these celestial beings in his world, the second dhyana heavens, wherever they are, he can manifest for them to see. So as you can imagine, it takes a lot of power to be able to do that, to reach all those gods and goddesses in the second dhyana heavens, and to tell them the story of how Buddha's manifested his spiritual powers. Isn't that cool? So he's doing storytelling. Huh? I'm sure you do that at home at night, don't you? At night before the kids go to sleep. Don't mommies read books for them? No, you don't? You should. It's very much similar. Except that now he's projecting these movies for them, these YouTube videos for them. This spiritual power number 495, and then number 113, and so forth. Isn't that cool? All right. So you don't need to translate it. You just simply and manifest the Buddha's various spiritual powers. That's better than to add incidents involving. It's kind of awkward. Okay, it's too Chinese. All right, but it's okay. It's no big deal. That's it's good enough. 299. Beings are purified according to their faculties and desires. This is a passage into liberation of God, voice of light.
随其根欲悉令尽，此光阴天解脱门。
300. You see, this is Mahasattva by the name of God, voice of light. You see, now you see how it makes sense? Why he would like project it, the light, or the projectors, okay? They project the light, so this is how they speak. In the second dhyana, they speak by light. They don't use mouth or words or sound. They use light. They shine a light upon you and say, oh, hello. Because you don't speak the same language. So they say hello to you and you shine a light on you. You say, hello. And then they shine a light upon her and she dances. And she understands right away. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And so this God voice here, so let's see, it makes sense for him because in his world they use light to speak. That's why they use light. So they use this is such advanced technology in the second dhyana where they actually project videos and movies for everyone to see. It's so cool, huh? Wouldn't that be cool? You guys are boring. And by doing that, by projecting these movies and video clips for living beings, for the celestial beings to see, okay, they are purified according to their potential and desires. Okay? By watching these movies, they're purified. Okay? According to their potential. What does it mean according to their potential? Okay, think about that. And desires. Think about it. Well, I feel a question from Wei Mountain Temple.
Master, I have a question. So these gods, when we see the picture and the image of those stories from the Buddha, do they achieve the things similar or the same as the audience has been personally attained to the Buddha lecture as well?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
So, Master, so when the beings able to see or receive this manifestation from this God King, do they able to have the same effect as if they are attending with the audience during the Buddha speaking the Dharma?
They what with the audience?
The same effect as the audience that the Buddha was speaking the lecture, like those bhikshu, bhikshuni, and the gods that come to the Buddha.
No, it's different because this is more tailored. The message or the Dharma for this God here, the God King here, the voice of light, what he uses is tailored towards his audience only. Okay? Because it's very specific, so it takes a lot less powers, if you will, to deal with this subgroup of celestial beings. Whereas when the Buddha was speaking Dharma to everyone, there's a huge cross-section of the people in the audience from low level to high level. So it takes a lot more power for him to be able to connect with all people at various levels. Okay? It's a lot easier for this God voice of light here to do it and to help his subjects, if you will. Okay? All right. Now, so the beings, by watching videos, it's kind of interesting. And you've been laughing at me for saying Master is addicted to James Bond movies. Let me remind you, here is a proof why James Bond movies sometimes is helpful. Okay? Because when you watch these things, somehow you are purified according to your faculties and desires. Faculties because you can only have so much. You can contain so much. Okay, you can talk all you want, but you can only retain this much when we give it to you. Okay, like for example, if you were in the old times, what happened to Shorty? Oh, Shorty is right there. In old times, for the emperors to reward his loyal subjects, okay, big times. So he says, Shorty, I will give you some gold, and would ask then, Shorty would then bow to the emperor. And it's, she would bow like this. These are feet here, and here's the head. So she bowed like this, and then the emperor, she likes this too much. Okay, so as Shorty was bowing to the emperor, then the emperor's assistant would come over and pour the gold pieces, gold tails, onto her body until it fills up. So, depending on how tall you are, you get more or less gold. Got that? That's about faculties, if you will. Is it clear? See, it's so clear to Liang. She said, I identify with Shorty. Same height. Okay, so same gold pieces. Okay, so that's faculties, right? I mean, that's all you got. Okay, you can't get more than that. You're only able to contain so much. And then how about desires? To me, this is so interesting. Because whatever you wish internally, Buddhas can only do so much for you. Think about it. Your desires. So be careful of what you wish. Okay? It's so interesting. This is such a beautiful tip. He says, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas can help you up to the extent of your faculties and desires. Fascinating to me. So insightful. You're not impressed. Gosh, I'm talking to peasants or something? It's so insightful. Think about it. Okay? We are the ones who are limiting ourselves, not Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are willing to go all the way with us. But we say, no, that's it for me. That's enough. Okay? Because of our desires. Not because we're short. That's short. There's nothing we can do about that. Okay? But it's our desire that can be so damaging. Because if you're short, for example, how do you deal with the limitation of your faculties when you're short? They say, okay, you're going to give me gold. Can I have myself and my husband, and my master, and my children? Because I'm short? Okay? That's your desires. You got that? All right, next, 301. Thus come one's wisdom is boundless. In the world he is fearless and without attachment.
如来智慧无边际，世中无等无所着。
Okay, so wisdom, Buddha's wisdom is boundless, meaning that your wisdom is boundless. We're not talking about anyone else, it's about you. Your wisdom is really boundless. Yeah, but you don't believe it. So let's move on. In the world, he's peerless and without attachment. In the world, he's peerless. No one comes even close in the world. And he's without attachment. He's attached to nothing. How? I was reading it today. I said, how? How do I become detached from everything? Huh? Yeah? Yeah? Shenyi's mother. How do you become detached? Huh? How? Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah? Wow, the children, they have so much to discuss. Look at that. All 5 of them. Yeah. Plotting to take over the world of toys. Yeah? How do you become without attachment? You don't know? Master O. Abbott from JMT. How do you become detached from everything?
Như là Đức Phật không có dính vào các pháp. Tại vì Đức Phật ở trong cái tánh không của các pháp.
Okay.
Tánh không nó cho ra sắc rồi nên không có dính vào cái đó.
Emitofuo, the Buddha is not attached. He's not attached to all the Dharma. He lives inside of his empty nature because it's already empty. Therefore, there's no such attachment.
Yeah, precisely. There's attachment without attachment because whatever you want to attach to is empty. And the person who's attaching to is also empty. It takes both. Outside is empty because whatever you see, red cars, houses, money, people, all empty. And inside, you're also empty. What does it mean inside you're empty? Đối với em cười.
I was just thinking about what you just asked, Master. It means you have no ego?
Yeah, you have no ego. Who's attaching those? No one who's attaching to.
And also, Master, I was going to say about the, how do you be unattached or detached from everything?
How do you detach from everything?
How do you detach from everything? And then, I don't know, this is probably wrong, but could you say that you're attached to everything?
You attach to everything?
Yeah. If everything is empty, if you
Everything is
relate
empty.
to everything.
So that's how you detach from everything, by attaching
Yeah.
to everything?
What do you think?
detach from everything by attaching to everything?
If everything's empty?
Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I wonder. Is it stupid, Master?
It kind of, sort of,
Yeah.
sort of is.
Okay.
Sorry, sister. Okay, what else? Looking at the life stories of the Buddha, how did he detach, end up with detaching from everything. One common denominator, how he ended up detaching from everything. How? It's fine to say, you empty, I'm empty. That's words, right? We can talk all we want. But what did the Buddha do to get there? This is a problem. People only talk. I don't see people doing it. Yes, JMT. What did Buddha do? This is why we tell about these stories of Buddhas and movies and video clips and so forth. Because there's a message. What did he do? Okay, while JMT is struggling with their microphone, I thought we gave you like 6 more microphones. And you still don't have enough? Shall I bring more? Wei Mount.
Yeah, but Thầy, is it through self-sacrifice, contemplation, and cultivation that he was able to detach from
Sacrifices, that's too difficult, honey. You scare a lot of people. Please don't talk like that to your students. Don't tell you, you have to make sacrifices. And say what? No! Speak like a real person. Don't tell them, yeah, I expect you to make sacrifices. No. Oh. Yes, JMT. You're on the right track, but it's scary when you talk like that. Look at that. Now she said, you are right. You are so weird, all of you. You're not normal. Yes, JMT. Look at that. See, that's for emphasis. I mean it. Yes, JMT.
상상했습니다. 항상 선정에 머무릅니다.
What did he do? What did Buddha do to end up detaching from everything? Huh?
세라님 다시 한번 얘기해 주시겠어요?
Let me repeat again.
It
Always
is
in
such
samadhi.
a powerful thing he did. Yeah. What did the Buddha do? JMT.
A Di Đà Phật, khi chúng ta thực hành cái pháp đó, định pháp đó, thì một trong 6 căn mà mình duyên theo một cái tánh không đó thì nó liberate tất cả 6 căn kia, thì không có dính cái gì hết. Tức là như Bồ Tát Tâm kia tập thì ngài tập vào nghe vào cái tánh nghe cái lỗ tai, thì khi đắc được thì 6 căn kia nó liberate hết.
Emitofuo, when we practice the Dharma, one faculty in all 6 faculty, and we condition to our empty nature, then it will make all of these 6 faculty not attached, like Guan Yin Bodhisattva using her hearing faculty. When you accomplish one, then you can leverage all 6 faculty.
Okay, Wei Bao. See, it's such a fundamental question, and I'm checking with your references. Yes.
Thank
Wei
you, Master.
Bao.
I was thinking maybe the Buddha got there by serving other Buddhas and helping living beings.
Serving other Buddhas and helping living beings. So Buddhist. God, he used to be an externalist. Now he's only talking about Buddhist quotes. Yes, Way Mountain.
Thank you, Master.
Oh,
YouTube
Dharma
has-
friend. Yeah, go ahead, Dharma friend.
Thank you, Master. YouTube has a couple of answers,
Yeah.
and I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our YouTube audience joining us from wherever they are in the Saha world. We have a few returning folks and a few new names as well. Spook Waters answers, Buddha let go of all worldly things and discovered after all and nothing the middle way.
Very good. Next.
New person, Miguel Ping.
Miguel Ping is not new. He's an old hat.
Old person,
Old person, yes. He's getting old too.
Old person Miguel says, he gave it all away.
There you have it. Such a powerful thing. Buddha's lifetime after lifetime, whatever is most important to him, he gave it away. That's how he ended up without attachments. Isn't it a powerful thing? Such a simple thing. You have it, you like it, give it to me. Don't talk. Just here, my table. Isn't that cool? People talk too much. They don't dare do it. It's so much more difficult. When Buddha gave away his throne, his weapons, his dad, because he knew if he were to do something, his dad would renounce him. So he did it anyway. So his dad renounced him. So they threw him out as a crown prince. And what does he have left? Put everything on a cart, okay? That the dad will allow him to have, okay? And then the wife says, I follow you. He said, no, stay here. It's much more comfortable, much better off here. He said, no, I'm following you. So the wife followed him. And then 2 more kids, okay? And they went along, and then he gave away the cow, and so that now he has to push the cart himself. And he gave away his clothes, gave away his jewelries, his money. Just when you need money to buy food, he give it away. Okay? Clothes to keep yourself warm, give it away. Blankets at night, he give it away. Whoever came and asked him, I kind of like your shirt. Can I have it? Okay, man. It's fantastic. You don't think anymore. Have you thought about it? You want my shirt? You can have his. It's so beautiful. You don't even think. Here, take hers. I love it. Okay? And then finally, all he has left, the cart is gone. All he has left is 3 animals. 2 sons and 1 wife. He gave away the 2 sons too. He said, oh, your boy looks so cute. Can I have him for child slavery? Yeah, take him. Fascinating. The wife said, over my dead body. Okay, I give you away too. It's so beautiful. You keep on doing that, zilch. You have no more attachment. You don't think anymore. Easier said than done, isn't it? But it's such a powerful thing. Think about it. Okay? Stop talking to me about making sacrifices. Just start first by giving away what's most important to you. Such a powerful Dharma door. Jung only talks about it. Now he's buying an iPhone, a new iPhone. He's doing the opposite. Yes, Way Mountain. I would never let you, forget this. He didn't say, I will give Master iPhone 15. No. He said, I'm buying iPhone 15. And Master said, what about me? Yes, Wei Mountain.
Yeah, but Thầy, so I understand the generosity aspect of it and giving away without thinking, but then I have an issue with giving away your children knowing they're going to go into slavery. Like, I don't really understand.
I was kidding. No, honey. Oh, please, don't take me literally. I go crazy sometimes when I speak. I'm an idiot. No, you have to learn to listen to me. So I'll go 1 year and go there. Oh, Master is an idiot again. Throw it out. Okay? My point is that even for you, person like you, when you're teaching children, you cannot tell them you give something away. What I taught you is that somehow you can manage to get your students to give things away that are important to them, increasingly more important to them. That's how they make progress. How's that? Don't ask them to give away the best toys. Ask them to give away 1 toy, and then 2, okay? And then something they like, and so forth, incrementally. That's how you do it when you teach children. Does it help?
Yeah,
Don't tell them that you share all toys. Too confusing. Tell them to share the best toys. And that's good enough. Okay? Next, 303. Responding with a kind heart, he appeared before all beings. The God vast renown awakens to this truth.
慈心应物普现前，广大明天悟思道。
So he says, Buddha's card is very kind, okay? Fundamentally, he's a kind person. That's the message here, okay? And when you respond to beings, okay, it's out of kindness. Don't say, I respond to you because I must, because I'm better than you, because I'm nobility, I'm supposed to take care of you, and so forth. No, you respond out of kindness. Respond to your parents out of kindness, not because you're my parent, because I'm supposed to feel you. All right? So responses are based on kindness, okay? And so he appears before all beings, that's spiritual powers. The God vast renown awakens this truth. 305. In the past, the Buddha practiced in quest of Bodhi, making offerings to all Buddhas in the 10 directions.
佛习修习菩提行，供养十方一切佛。
Okay, so what is the message here? I'm tired of talking. Let me take a break and have my tea. What is he talking about here? What's the message? What is the lesson? Oh? Let's give JC a chance. Those people who's going to have to go to work very soon. Yeah? Monday morning over there. What is the point here? What is he trying to teach us here? Let me tell you. May I? In order to acquire great wisdom, what do you need to do? You make great offerings. Because what is implied here, imagine you making an offering to Buddhas. Okay, put yourself in that position where you have to make offerings to Buddhas. What would you do? You guys are too comfortable. When you read this, I'm making offering, oh, Buddha says for quest Bodhi. Oh, I know, I understand, I got it now. I'm asking you, if you want to make offering to a Buddha, what do you do? What would you do? You have to think. No, I did it. Never done it before. Huh? Never ever. What would you do? You have a chance to make an offering to the Buddha. What would you do? Yes, too.
Emitofuo Master, I think give everything, whatever Buddha want to take, anything, everything.
Anything, everything is too confusing. What do you have? Can I have your glasses? You can't see without your glasses.
Anything.
Can I have your glasses?
Yes.
But you have to go home. How are you going to drive home?
We'll figure it out.
Autopilot?
We'll figure it out.
Okay, everyone be nice to her. Maybe the last time she'll... If you depend on Elon Musk full autonomous driving, you are a fool. Anyway. Okay, never mind. Politics again. Yes. Yes, too. What would you do?
The best thing I can have.
The best thing you have?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. And what is your best thing you have? Just curious. You want to think about it?
Yeah.
Okay, think about it.
No, I want to answer.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, answer. What is the best thing you have? Careful.
Myself.
Oh, God. You have a lot of very disappointed people here. Today. Here. Anyone else? Comment from JMT.
저에게 기회가 주어진다면 옆에서 관찰해보고 필요하신 걸 드릴 것 같습니다.
Did you say ramen? Ramen? Did I hear right? Ramen? I offer ramen to the Buddhas? Just kidding.
Master, if have an opportunity to offer to Buddha, I'll carefully observe Buddha and see what he really needs, and then I will give it to him.
She observes what Buddhas need, and then she'll give it to them. Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. I'll be nice today. YouTube.
Thank you, Master. We have 2 answers from YouTube, and then I wanted to share my experience of what I've given to the Buddha in the past.
That's 3. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. From Veronica L. Veronica says, she's been listening. Give your favorite toy.
Your favorite toy. I like this girl. Okay, is a girl or what? No, I don't know anymore nowadays. Yes, 2.
The second answer, I think you just spoke. I think the Korean sarang had the same answer. So San Francisco Daniel just retracted his answer.
Okay.
But for myself, Master, I wanted to express some solidarity with Trin. I found the most valuable thing I have to offer is my skills that I've spent my life developing. And so I find giving the Buddha my skills and my time with no expectation of anything in return has been the best thing I can offer.
Okay, I guess you're giving it to Buddha, so I can't touch you. Okay, anyone else? What do you have to offer to the Buddha? Very good. You're all very close. You're all very good. Okay? The example is, this is why it's so advantageous to hear about these stories, learn about all these great men. If you say, here's what I would do, then it's your standards. I go with a great man. Okay, a hint. Okay, what do great men do when they make offerings to Buddhas? That's the standard. Yes? Make sense? Because if you want to reach their level, you have to do what they do. Make sense? Because you do what you ever can only imagine and you're still here. You need to reach further. All right? Does it help? So what do great men do? We talked about it recently. Last weekend, as a matter of fact. Ha ha ha. Quiz. Were you here last weekend? Ha ha ha. Where were you? Yeah? What did you learn last weekend? That's true vigor. That is the giving of the Dharma. That's the quote. What happened? Anyone remembers? Yes, JMT. Of course, who else? This lady here gobbles up the Dharma like breakfast. Speak.
일단 친견을 합니다. 그리고 그 부처님께서나 불보살님께서나 선지식들은 우리에게 법을 알려주시기 위해서 우리와 함께 하시니 그 법문을 하시는 자리에 참석합니다.
First of all, I like to be near him. And second of all,
what about me?
There's the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and good knowing advisor. They teach us Dharma, so attend to their Dharma talk.
Attend the Dharma talks. Anyone else? What did you learn last weekend? I just zoom it in for you and restrict it to only one weekend. And you still don't remember. My gosh, if I would say, what did you learn from me the last 17 years? Yeah, too.
So, Master, could you repeat the question? Last weekend, what about last weekend? I think I know what you're asking, but I was out, so I just want to confirm.
If you're out, is that my problem, honey?
Sorry, never mind. Thank you, Master.
Anyone else? Yeah? Yeah, come here to the lecture and get abused by Master. Okay? Medicine King Bodhisattva, what did he do last weekend? Yeah? Yes, DTT. Okay, Wei Mao, while DTT sorts out its technical audio issue. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Tay, was it when he burned himself for 10, I don't remember exactly, but 10 million eons as an offering to the Buddhas?
Yeah. Okay? He offered himself for, it's not eons, it's for a long, 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 long time. Not just once, but for a long, 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 long time, repeatedly. That's the extent of his heart. Okay, next. 307. Before each and every Buddha, he made vows. Upon hearing this, Supreme Light experiences great joy.
一一佛所发誓心，最胜光文大欢喜。
Okay. Shall we discuss this, or is it too obvious to you? You guys are so spoiled. When I first started, when I heard about the Chinese Dharma making vows, and then Master Hsuan disciple said, my master taught us about the vow Dharma. I said, taught you? And it's not even translated into English? So only you know the vow Dharma nowadays? Huh? Anyway, so I was so envious of these disciples. My Hsuan say, they taught me this, they taught me that. Particularly vow here is something that really bothered me. What is this vow Dharma here? Okay? So far so good. As the introduction. Commentary. Before each and every Buddha, this is such a fascinating way of looking at vows. He made vows. All right? It sounds so simple, right? I read it today, right after lunch, when my stomach was still full of curry. I said, wow, he made vows for each and every Buddha. And I said, is it the same vow? Because I would do the same thing. It's so economical. We Americans are so efficient, Hey, economies of scale. It's the same vows. No, it didn't even cross your mind. It's the same vow. He made, I vow to find my wife and get married to her again. A lifetime after lifetime. Buddha, I vow to find my woman and, same vow. You think? Interesting? How if you find yourself having to make vows in front of different Buddhas, what would you do? It piqued my curiosity. I said, if I had a chance to see a Buddha, and I'm supposed to make a vow, because that will help me open my wisdom, what kind of vow should I make? And then if I had a chance to go to another Buddha and then make a vow, what kind of vow will I make? Doesn't it, make you wonder? Yes, number dos.
I will make the same vow that Buddha made.
Same vow that Buddha made.
So
how do you know the vow that he made?
Sorry?
So, for example, you find that Amitabha Buddha. Okay, let me interpret this for you. You are in front of Amitabha Buddha, and you're going to make the same vows that Buddha made. So, which vow is it now? He has 48 vows.
All of the 48 vows.
And the Buddha says,
that's the only way I know how to do differently for different Buddha. There's so many of them. That's cover it all.
So unoriginal. I'm not going to insult you. Anyone, what would you do? What vows will you do? What would you do? You have to make vows in front of Buddhas. It's kind of interesting. This is to say, the point here is that when you have a chance to go in front of Buddhas, this guy here made vows. That's how he experienced this great joy. He says, wow, it is fantastic. Just hearing that you're supposed to make great vows in front of each and every Buddha. This guy became so ecstatic. There's something there, right? That's implied here. No, not to you? Because I read it, you hear someone else making vows and you get ecstatic. And you say, wow, it's so sublime. Oh, this is fantastic. When I first read the Avatamsaka Sutra, I rushed through these things. I said, okay, so make vows. But now it dawns on me that every single line of verse has underlying dharmas. It's so beautiful, so profound. See, when I raise my voice, the kids lower their voice. When I speak softly, they raise their voice. It's called balance. Will you cooperate? Huh? Yes, too.
Master, just a side comment about the answer about how to give to Buddha. You asked me, what if Buddha want my glasses? So right after the question, a friend, Veronica, who is listening to the talking YouTube, she texts me, say, if Buddha needs your glasses, I'll come and pick you up. So what I'm trying to say is just give. Don't need to think. Don't need to worry. Things will happen. Thank you. Emitofuo.
Yeah. How old are your glasses again? Too old. Okay. Thank you. This is the Chinese community. They stick together. Yeah. Okay. You too. Go ahead.
Thank you, Master. From Diego. Diego says, Amitofo, Master, to serve all the Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 periods of time.
Okay. And upon hearing that, I experienced no joy at all. Hey guys, only read this. You're supposed to read them both. You see, the effect of when you make a great vow, this Mahasatva, he experienced, wow, this is fantastic. I'm so happy. Look at her face. Yeah. That's not great joy, man. What a life. Never mind. Okay? I know I'm not supposed to get too excited, but I'm so excited hearing this. Wow, this is so fantastic. So I'm not behaving like a real monk, Samadhi. No? GMT.
부처님이 저희에게 주시는 부처님께서 세우신 서원은 저희에게 주시는 지침이라고 생각이 되어집니다. 그 부처님께서 세우신 서원대로 따라하면 우리는 깨달을 수 있고 결국에는 부처님이 될 거라는 생각이 듭니다.
The Buddha's great vow is he made it in order to teach us. Following great vows, we'll be enlightened and eventually will become a Buddha.
Yeah. Okay, and this is what the Koreans do. Can I explain to you how Koreans would behave? Okay, the Koreans, Sunims, for example, in JMT, get in front of the Buddha, and she makes a vow to one Buddha, and then Buddha says, next. The next Sunim comes along. What do you think next Sunim's going to, what kind of vow she's going to make, the second Sunim? Okay, Koreans don't answer that. I want the non-Koreans people to tell me what they know about the Korean culture. Okay, Shorty, it's okay. You are no longer fully 100% Korean. What would the second Sunim, the second Korean, what kind of vow would he make?
Same vow. He made the same vow.
Turn on the power. What? Now we lost power to everything? This is what happens when you touch Koreans. There's a retribution.
Same vow.
Oh, my power, I lost it.
Really? It's not working?
Hello? I don't need no microphone. Is it on? I don't think so. I don't hear myself on the speakers. Okay, yeah, way back. 20 lashes. Okay, so go ahead, Sangwuk Suni. What would the second Korean, what kind of vows would he or she make?
I don't know, Master.
She doesn't know. You and Chung-Yin are the same. I don't know, Master. Yes, Master, I don't know. Okay, anyone else? What do you think? Okay, now let's go to the Koreans. Okay, let's say you there. The two Koreans. Oh, that's here of the old abbot now. He's 10% Korean already. You can tell.
Phật, nếu con trước mỗi vị Phật, con sẽ phát nguyện thành Phật để độ cái khổ của mình và độ khổ chúng sanh. Chúng sanh vô biên thệ nguyện độ, đó là nó làm cho con 20 năm con mới phát nguyện được cái đó. Thấy cái khổ của mình và cái khổ chúng sanh, chỉ có thành Phật mới là dứt khoát dẹp được cái đó. Cho nên từ đó tới giờ 10 mấy 20 năm nay là con chỉ phát nguyện như vậy thôi.
Emitofuo, if I happen to be in front of every Buddha, I would vow to become a Buddha in order to cross over living being, just like a verse that say, living beings are infinite, I vow to save them all. It took me 20 years to be able to make that vow, is to see living being suffering, and we want to cross over their suffering. So from back then until now, I always have been doing the same thing. That's it.
Very good. Anyone else would like to give me the answer? Macho Nacho. Contribute.
I don't know. I think I will do the same vow than Master Old Monk.
So original. I don't know. Okay, anyone else? Yes, sir, 4.
I'm no Korean, but given how hardworking and vigorous Koreans are.
You have Korean employees at all?
Yeah,
You do?
I said, I guess the second Korean said, whatever the first Korean offered, I double it.
So bad, so bad. Exactly, God, it is so bad. I mean, I would say, I say the same, but he outsmarts me. He said, I double it. I like it. Oh, he's such a nasty person. Anyone else? Huh? The Chinese will say, I double it. The Koreans say, I say the same. Okay, why? Because Korean says, I don't want to be rejected. I want to be the same like everyone else. Yes or no? It's an insult. Never mind. Okay, okay. Well, would you like to know what kind of vows I make? I have the advantage of listening to all your answers, and then what I do is I combine all of them together. And once I tell you what my answer is, you see it combines all of your answers for real. Okay? Yeah. if I were to see a Buddha, okay, I would make the same vow as the Buddha. Next Buddha, I make the same vow as that Buddha. Next Buddha, same thing. Very original. Huh? Try to do better than that. You like? Yeah? I'm very competitive. When you make a vow, I want to do better. Like this guy, he only doubles. I will go triple, quadruple. Okay? But the point here is that Buddhas became Buddhas because he made those vows. So you make the same vows, you can't do better than that. Next one is make the same vows. You can't do better than that. You can't do better than that. You can't do better than that. Isn't that cool? You're not impressed. God, it is so clever. So that you make the same vows, actually you're not making the same vows. Because you make the same vow to each and everyone, every Buddha, then the Buddha get bored. They say, oh my God, you are so boring. Huh? Can't you do better than this, than yesterday? Huh? So that's why I aspire to be the same as you. I aspire to be the same as you. I aspire to be the same as you because I know I cannot best you. Isn't that cool? You like? And that's why you do that. You hear that. Would you experience great joy or not? You hear that, that I would make the same vow as the Buddha. I make the same vow as that Buddha. Would you experience great joy? This guy does. This guy did. He thoroughly enjoyed it. That's why he experienced great joy. Right? It's so cool. You have to do it and then you understand. All right. 309. We know now next group is the first jhana heavens. What I call losers. Okay? But here, in the form realm, we've been going through the heavens of the form realms. Each level has Mahasattvas as celestial kings. Isn't that interesting? They're kings up in the heavens we haven't heard about. Okay? Like very much like they're kings down here that we haven't heard about. Agree, disagree? The same analogy. Things are a lot more orderly than you think. And so in the first jhana, there's some heavens in the first jhana. Now there are heavenly kings in those heavens. Okay, they actually are ruling over many heavens at that level. 310. Moreover, Brahma King Shikin came a passage into liberation of universally dwelling in the Bodhimandas of the 10 directions, speaking Dharma there and being pure and untainted in his actions.
复次，十气梵王得普住十方道场中说法，而所行清净无染浊解脱门。
All right, 311. Shikin means cow here on top of the head. Okay, so these it's kind of weird because for the sages, the great sages, they have a bump on the head. It's kind of weird. It's a sort of different kind of aesthetics, but your head has a bump. Well, anyway, I shouldn't make fun of it. Because I aspire to have a bump on my head too. If they have it, I want one too. That's all I care about. and he dwells in the way places over the 10 directions, speak Dharma, and his conduct is pure and untainted. Okay, actually, 清净无染浊 defilements and attachments. Okay, that's what this guy is about. And here, just for the heck of it, we have this concept called Bodhimanda. Bodhimanda is a Buddhist term. I looked it up from the Buddhist dictionary. It has a few meanings you should be aware of. Just hear of them so that you are, so that you become more literate. That's all, more erudite. Bodhimanda, there are different types. The first one is Bodhi tree, under which the Buddha became a Buddha. Okay? And number two, where you cultivate the Buddha hall, the Buddha way, with or without a hall. Okay? Wherever you cultivate the Buddha way. Okay? That's the Bodhimanda. In the Vimalakirti Sutra, it says that when you bring forth the mindful Bodhi to cultivate, that is called Bodhimanda. Isn't that interesting? Number four, in the secret school, they set up these boundaries. Okay? For example, in Buddhism, in our Vinaya, when we open a temple, there's dharmas where we actually set up boundaries to create our territory. There's a dharma that you can perform to create the boundaries that's Buddhist, okay? Meaning that it is sacred grounds that the ghosts and spirits are very respectful of. The special places, okay? You don't know the difference, you can't tell, okay? But the invisible world, they respect those boundaries, okay? And so when I went to Taiwan to learn about the precepts, and so the precepts of Vinaya has such procedures where you actually can set up the Bodhimandas, the boundaries. For Buddha hall, you need to do certain things. For other places, you need certain things, and so forth. Okay? It's kind of interesting. And what is interesting, I learned, is that in Buddhism, it takes what is the minimum manpower we need to have in order to create our Buddhist boundaries, where there will be Dharma protectors, where if you encroach it, the invisible world encroach it, they are in big, big trouble. Okay? So how many people do you think are required to create all types of boundaries? Temples, Buddha hall, lecture hall, quarters. What do you think? I give you the answer, but I know you don't know, okay? 4. It takes 4. 4 what? 4 monks, not sanghas, monks. And that is why traditionally in Buddhism, when a temple has 4 monks, it's a real temple. Isn't it interesting? Huh? How many monks do we have here? 1. DTT, how many monks are there? DTT? I see 0. JMT? 1. JC? 0. Isn't that interesting? It takes 4 monks to be able to set up Buddhist territories. Fascinating. So that's why in the Chinese world, okay, when the Chinese people see 4 monks, they are very respectful if they know Vinaya. They say, this master is a real Dharma master. Because he can set up the Buddhist boundaries, the Buddhist territory. That, when the ghost, what does it mean? It boils down to this. If you're depressed, you come to this Buddhist territory, your depression ghost has to behave. If it doesn't, how dare you? This is my territory. So we're entitled to do that. We're entitled to be violent if we choose to. You dare come in here and mess with me? I can choose to ignore it, or I can choose to beat the heck out of you. Just try my patience. Isn't that cool? But as soon as you leave the temple, what happens? They go berserk. So instead of harassing you for 4 hours or 2 hours, like today is 4 hours, right? For 4 hours, they have to behave themselves. So as soon as you leave, they compress all those 4 hours, lost hours, in 5 minutes. Okay? It's so cool. And that's Hinayana. In Mahayana, we don't need 4. Okay. 5. The pure abodes, where a lot of monks and nuns happens nowadays. And I'm telling my abbots, once I call you abbot, I make a deal with you. You want to leave and do your own things? I will help you have your own temple, meaning a down payment for your temple, and help you pay for your mortgage for 1 year. So that you have your own temple, you can do your own things. Okay? Is that a deal? Luckily, I only have 3 abbots. 4, I'd be in big trouble. I can borrow for down payment for 3, but not 4. Okay, Dharma assembly. So for example, when we do a 1 in Chi, that in a couple of weeks, we will have to set up the boundaries. Okay, and that's once we settle the boundary, then that area is called Bodhimanda. Meaning that within those boundaries, everyone have to follow the rules. If not, they can be severely dealt with. All right? Questions or comments? Very good. Next, 314. Brahma King Wisdom Light, gain a passage into liberation of enabling all sentient beings to enter dhyana and remain in samadhi.
慧光梵王得使一切众生入禅三昧助解脱门。
315. So, wisdom light. So he shines his light upon living beings, which helps them somehow, helps them manage to enter first dhyana. And this is important because you forgot already. Let me see. Yeah, you all forgot already. The first time you enter first dhyana, you were so happy. Okay? The first time that anyone enters first dhyana, it's so cool. So anyway, so he makes a point to help people enter first dhyana, which gives living beings a taste of bliss, of joy, that they never had before. It's so kind and compassionate. Okay? And what he's also doing is that's different and remain in samadhi. Okay? It's very difficult. First dhyana, it's very difficult to remain in samadhi. The first dhyana is if you flip over back and forth like this. It's more typical first dhyana people. They cannot stay there. So his difference with him is that he helps them remain in first dhyanas. All right? Now, 316. Brahma King, light of wholesome reflective wisdom, gain a passage into liberation of, universally entering all inconceivable dharmas.
善思慧光明梵王，得普入一切不思议法解脱门。
Okay. 317. So his light, wholesome, reflective wisdom, gain and pass in liberation and inconceivable dharma. So this guy here is very skilled at meditation. Okay, and again, is relatively speaking, because we're talking that skilled in meditation. First dhyana is kind of like a joke. Well, actually, you compare to people down here where we are, the desire realm. It is pretty cool skill to have. Enter first dhyana. All right? And so, but by doing that, he has a wholesome, reflective wisdom. And there are three types of wisdom here, as on commentary slide 317. Number one, wisdom derived from hearing. Why does hearing create wisdom? Number two, wisdom derived from reflection. Number three, derived from cultivation. Okay, first question. Hearing gives you wisdom. How is that? Wisdom by imitation. Agree, disagree? You hear, say, wow, it's cool. I want to do that too. That is wisdom. So far, so good. Number two, wisdom derived from reflection. It's not reflection. Okay? Su here is not reflection. Unfortunately, these people don't understand. But it's okay. It's close enough. It's contemplation. Reflection has no wisdom. Okay? And this is the people who don't understand Chan, who translate Su in the Chan world as reflection. It shows they don't understand Chan at all. Su in Chan is contemplation. Okay? Not reflection at all. Okay. If you reflect, there's no wisdom yet. All right? So, what is wisdom derived from reflection, like this guy here? Wholesome reflection, wisdom. Okay, so okay, and then the wisdom derived from cultivation, and I immediately thought of what's the difference between wisdom from cultivation versus wisdom from reflection. Yeah. What's the difference? Yeah? Why different levels? This is very important for you to understand why the 1, 2, 3. It's in sequence. Okay? You have to first hear it. That brings wisdom. Hearing the Dharma gives you wisdom. No two ways about it. That's why I encourage you to hear the true Mahayana teachers. Okay? Because you're hearing words of wisdom instead of people who have no wisdom, then you actually are polluting your mind. So far, so good. Number 2, reflection. Okay? So you hear and you reflect upon that. Actually, it's not reflected, you contemplate it. If you reflect upon that, you will not have much wisdom. A very important distinction. Worldly people reflect on that. That's why I say that this translator, these people do not practice Chan, don't understand Chan. Wisdom is not from reflection. Wisdom is come from contemplation. That's why these people, it's, shall we say, without being too insulting, 卷教. What 卷教? Quyền giáo. Master YongHua taught them 卷教. Quyền giáo. You look at all the translation, now I look back and I contemplated, reflected upon all the translation into English I read. It's 卷教. That's how damaging it is. You learn it in English, it's 卷教. What Master YongHua has in Dun Jiao is bits and pieces. But the majority of it in Chinese is 卷教. That's why. That's what the results. You don't believe me? Look at the results. Lucky for me, I'm running out of time to stop insulting people. So what's the difference? See, so you hear the great Dharma, it has wisdom. Number 2, you meditate, naturally meditate. You don't have to do anything. Okay? If you meditate, you have second wisdom. Wisdom derived from contemplation. Is that clear? Number 3, wisdom derived from cultivation. What does it mean? It's a very important distinction, folks. 3 kinds of level of wisdom means that you must spend time learning the proper Dharma. Whether it's 卷教, Dun Jiao, doesn't matter. You have to listen to the proper Dharma, number 1. Number 2, don't listen and then forget about it. Listen, and if something that intrigues you, like the other guy here, this guy here, okay, which one? This one here. This one here. Upon hearing, he loved it. That's a proof of wisdom. Okay? Hearing the Dharma can bring joy to your life naturally. You don't have to eat. You don't have to drink. You hear? Okay? Listen to the Dharma. It's kind of cool. Okay? Where were we again? And so you hear. And your wisdom increases. If you hear the proper Dharma from a great teacher, your wisdom increases and good things happen to you merely from hearing. And number two, it derived from reflection is that after you hear, you meditate like we advise you to do every single day without fail. Meditate. Don't have to say, what do I get out of this? Well, I sit for an hour and my legs are hurting. I'm going to stretch my legs a little. Anyone? Okay? When it's my time, when it was my time, I would not dare stretch my legs in the Buddha hall. The Chinese were tough in my master's temple. If you stretch your legs, they look at you. Where are you from? Vietnam? And so it derived from reflection because if you hear the Dharma, like here today, and you go home and you meditate tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and so forth, you never know. One of these moments, one of these days, when you cross your legs, something clicked. And that's wisdom derived from contemplation. Okay? Don't think about, what am I supposed to get from the talk? Don't have to think. Just meditate. And wisdom will come out naturally. It's magic. All right? So far, so good? Number 3. He would tell you to do a lot of things. You guys think, I don't know, this guy is so demanding. I spend 4 hours here on Sunday. He still wants me to spend 1 more hour every day. Speaking of unreasonable. Okay? And so, number 3, wisdom derived from cultivation is that after you understand, you have wisdom from that contemplation, okay, and you take a step further, live accordingly, your wisdom increases and becomes so much more multidimensional, so much more interesting. Because you're no longer one-dimensional. If you by yourself, you sit and cross your legs by yourself, it's one dimension, just you. But when you do it with others in Mahayana, now you reflect from the perspective. You contemplate. Because you see, you meet with this person, you say, I don't like it. And you come back, you reflect upon that naturally. So that's what is called cultivation. In Mahayana, it's interacting with people. And that will make your wisdom multifaceted. Otherwise, you're just one dimension. That's it. Piss poor is the expression. Boring. He said, I only want to stay here, okay? I don't want to go out of my comfort zone. Okay? All right. And universally entering all inconceivable dharmas, inconceivable meaning you have to experience it, and universally entering all inconceivable dharmas, meaning that the concept here is, remember, first dhyana is the first time where you escape from the desire realm where we are. So everything is inconceivable to them. These poor bastards. I mean, people. Okay? So it's, wow, this is so inconceivable. I never felt this way before. But when you get to second dhyana, look back. How did I get so excited again? Okay, thank you everyone. We stop here. Next time is 3:18. Thank you. Have a great week.